I'm Wes, and I'm on a never-ending quest to beat absolutely every game in existence. The great, the mediocre, and the completely unplayable.
Welcome to Backlog Buster.
I'm on a one-way trip to Bonk City once more to answer the question, can you beat Demon Souls using only shields? Straight into the challenge criteria. It's simple. I can only equip shields in the weapon slots. No other weapons can be used. All other armor and rings are on the table though. To ensure the absolute sanctity of this challenge, no magic or miracles will be used either. Wizards can go and stay go. There aren't really any optional bosses in Demon Souls, so this time it's just finishing out the game and getting to the ending. I shan't be using glitches. It would be really easy to just be like, oh haha, I duped souls and upgrade stones and then stampeded through the game with a plus 10 weapon at soul level 300. Who would have thought that would have made a compelling video? Ha 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 ha. In the character creator, let's meet our protagonist, Barricade. The Knight class is the obvious pick. It has the highest damage shield and most iconic armor set. Journey to the Nexus is optional, but I just can't help myself. I have to do it every single time. But let's just start off by unequipping that sword and dagger. Hopefully getting that out of the way early. Quick moveset check. Oh yeah, he's counting. No need to choose between a shield versus two-handing here. The shield's the weapon, so it's two-handing it now and forever. The damage actually isn't terrible. It's not exactly good either, but it could be a lot worse. Simple holiday blessings. The invincible charge move is back. Aw yeah. Hopefully it's just as good as it was in Dark Souls. These Blue Eye Knights are a bit more annoying than usual because I actually don't have a backstab or riposte, but I finally do make it to Vanguard. I mean, of course I did. You can't die in Journey to the Nexus. I'm the second most beefy starting class. Vanguard shouldn't be a problem. Oh, my whole body's broken. Vanguard will get his comeuppance later. I swear. For now, it's just taking my rightful place at my wife's cute feet. The true Demon Soul starts here. Oh, those Dreglings are actually taking a lot of hits to take down. Gonna be a lot of waiting around for my stamina bar to refill. Latria Palace isn't actually a short level either. Better hunker down for the long haul. At the very least, shield only is actually really safe, since I can defend myself while attacking. Making my way up to the top, and my goodness, it's Shove a Clock, a classic shield only maneuver. Let's just ignore the fact that I almost just fell myself. Blue Eye Knight over here needs a little bit of time, but R2 makes this a very safe and easy fight. Horde of Dredgeling status defeated, and that's the first shortcut and my Cling Ring achieved. That's going on and likely never coming off, unless I decide to play in body form. That might actually happen. But I'm heading back up and shield slamming my way through all of these soldiers. Getting a lot of value out of those sound effects there, Wesley. Brisk bridge burnination from that dragon and I'm unlocking the boss gate. A quick trip down the next tower and all shortcuts unlocked. I actually managed to snag some hardstone from the hoplites along the way, so I'm heading back to Blacksmith Baldwin for an upgrade. I need 3 shards and I got 1. Alrighty then. I can at least stock up on some extra grass and get the Ring of Herculean Strength from Thomas though. No way around it now. It's time for the boss. Swooshing past these Dreglings and I'm in. The individual hoplites take a lot of effort to take down. It's at least 1.5 full stamina bars, at least when I can booty blast them from behind. Front damage is a non-starter. This is gonna take a while. My only real option here is to run away, wait for some stragglers to fall off a Phalanx and then try and kill them before I get turned into a pincushion with a plethora of propelled partisans. Thankfully there's a lot of pillars to use as cover to heal up. This fight is absolutely going to be a marathon, not a sprint. There are just so many hoplites, but I'm working them down slowly, one by one. If I could use fire bombs, this would have been over already, I'm sure. And, you know, if you could buff shields with turpentine, that would have helped a lot too. But in classic Challenger fashion, you can't. But getting that first hit on Phalanx really feels like I made some progress. After what felt like a literal eternity, that's the final one destroyed. Time for that jiggly goo blob Phalanx himself. 3 minutes of Pavis pudding paddling and I'm victorious. Shouldn't have thrown that spear away, buddy. All in, that took almost 15 minutes. Hopefully that's the worst of it though. Do I have the strength to defeat the demons?
Not this time.
Trapped forever in the Nexus? With my wife? You're calling this a punishment? The game's opened up now, of course, but if you think I'm not going to Shrine of Storms first, you have not been paying attention to the literature. The skeletons here are actually weak to blunt damage, and you'll never guess what my shield's damage type is. Attacking with this kite shield is unironically stronger than using the starting longsword here. I've checked. Getting through this area should be no problem for a shield master such as myself. Well, as long as you don't get shot in the back. But this invincible charge is leading me straight to victory. It's just a matter of slowly baiting these skeletons to take them down the stairs one at a time. It took a while, but I've safely shield slammed all the skeletons. Very important to snatch the Talisman of God from this courtyard. It's imperative to my plans. Crescent Falchion obtained, not that I can use it. I think it's just a compulsion coming here every time. Now for the true way through the level, down into the ruins. Skeleton spinning meets shield slamming. I'm slamming these skeletons into shards. Is this where the rumor you get an Uchigatana after beating Vanguard Demon came from? Must be. I don't think I've ever noticed this ladder, and I don't think I've ever actually gone up it either. I'm gonna drop down, and it's imperative I pick up this perfect portrait on a protective pavis. Now I'm cheesing it out of there. Shrine of Storm's initial run-through successful. But what's that? The crow has some secrets to tell me? The Adjudicator shield that I picked up is bad as a shield, but it provides slow HP regeneration. This is gonna stay on my back for the whole game. Unlike Sanctus and Dark Souls, I can also upgrade it using colorless Demon Souls to improve the healing factor. But back on topic, that little bird told me that I should head back to Latria Palace. Rematch with a horde of hoplites. Then I'm gonna use a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes for body form. Hopefully it gives me just enough extra health. Running through the ramparts, getting roasted by dragon flames, and I didn't die, so that's all according to Keikaku. I only have to kill a couple of Dreglings and avoid one more fire blast because the spiked shield is right here. This will be my weapon of choice for this playthrough. I've got the spiked shield for damage and the Adjudicator shield on my back for some nice little bonus HP regeneration. The only two shields I'll ever need. I managed to get enough Sharpstone from the Phalanx fight and random hoplites I killed along the way to get a +1 on my spiked shield. 8 bonus damage. Oh boy, it's happening all over again. A quick reversion to soul form and it's back to Shrine of Storms. For right now, the spiked shield's taking a back seat for a bit. The kite shield's blunt damage does better at taking out these skeletons. Skeleton smashing all the way up to the ramparts. Equipment off, also I can first try roll onto the wall and snatch up that Regenerator's ring. This ring also provides slow HP regeneration. The Regenerator ring stacks with the Adjudicator shield too. I feel healthy. Swooshing around that skeleton, then dropping down to the bottom to take on Adjudicator. Hey, if you're in the know, you're in the know. You can head up to Adjudicator and whisper, "You are free." You just need to keep watch on his sword arm. You blitz in, bonk the belly blade, then run under his right arm to dodge the swing. Repeat ad infinitum, or until he drops down. And once he drops down, it's time for the Corvid Crusher, the Raven Reamer, the Bird Bonker. The Adjudicator demon really is free like this, so I won't bore you with all the details. This is always why I kill him first. One more demon down. Back of the Nexus, souls consumed and they're getting spent at my wife, the Maiden in Black. I think I'll level up Vitality and Endurance exclusively. I sure hope Past West didn't just level up Intelligence without thinking. Ironically, a brainlet maneuver. Time to make some progress. I'm heading back to the Lord's Path. I'll pound these hoplites from behind and collect myself some Sharpstone. Then of course, eat a Dragon Breath. Oh, it hurts, man. The spiked shield actually doesn't feel that bad as a weapon, honestly. I'm surprised. Just whacking off a couple of these enemies and I'm going all the way down. Uh-oh, Wolfpack. Quick, just tank everything and bash them all to death. The passive HP regeneration is keeping me nice and healthy too. In no time at all, I'm back to the top. Good old horse, always a great starting line. Ready, set, go! Barricade blocks the barrage of bolts with his barricade. Blue Eyes bonk to death. Oh, a Night Shield. Interesting. Must be the luck of the Irish. A quick detour up the tower for a Crystal Lizard. Rats, no Sharpstone. Must not be the luck of the Irish after all. Time for Tower Knight, but man, I always get so tilted at the towers. Ripping up the staircases to deal with the archers as usual. The Patrician's Choice. Of course, I only managed to accomplish throwing them down to the courtyard below. Oh well, I'll finish them off when I get back down there. I'm after the Achilles heel, Tower Knight's one weakness. Oh, that hitbox is huge. And it just keeps happening. Tower Knight looks like he's doing a shield-only challenge too. But finally he drops. Going for the Cranium Crusher, the Brain Basher, the Dome Destroyer? Yeah, that's not nearly as much progress as I would have liked. Maybe that's not his real weak point after all. Dropped again, and yeah, alright. I'm willing to do one more drop. Before I get absolutely pancaked though. Hey, hold on. You can't use a spear in a shield-only challenge. You give him exactly what he deserves. Got him down one last time. Time for every man's true weak point, his Achilles ballsack. Schlongstadt is slammed. Let's skedaddle. Souls consumed for some levels, and I think it's time to make progress on my weapon upgrades. The quest for Sharpstone in Stonefang. This first crystal lizard finally gives up some Sharpstone, and the filthy merchant here, despite being disgusting, actually has some for sale too. But I'm feeling like an outlaw. It's time to rob some of these miners. Wiggity whack, give me what's in that sack. Fat official groin grinded for some Sharpstone chunks too. And the next official is officially dead? Lever pulled, but I really need that Sharpstone. Time for more bag burglary via bonking. Oh yeah, definitely worthwhile. I mean for me, not for those poor miners that I killed. Oh, they've gotten wise, they're getting armed now. Too bad they died just the same. I got some more Sharpstone out of those sacks and I'm opening up that shortcut. And almost falling to my death. Whoops. Always lucky. I got Sharpstone out the wazoo, so I may as well partake in Ed's services. Spiked shield, power spiked up to +4. And I'm immediately heading back up to resume the miner massacre. Flaming lizards? Not a problem. Wolves? Even less of a problem. Water diverted. The paths opened up. Snatching up a large shard on the way and bonking that fat official to death. Down the elevator to Armor Spider. Fancy footwork for the fireballs and I'm already fighting him in his face. I will simply stand my ground and bash your face in. No, he didn't like that. Better cheese it. Fireball barrage blocked. Didn't even take that much damage. Back in the face, back in for the bonks. I could have secured the kill here, but I will take 0 risks. I'm cheesing it again. Return trip, and that's one dead spider. Post-boss, I'm paying a visit to my wife as usual. I'm a little bit short of another level, so it's back to Shrine of Storms. I think I'll go ahead and get some revenge while I'm here. You can't one-shot me now, Vanguard. Oh no, he's got a boatload of health, but as long as I can survive a hit, I can back off to heal. This is a lengthy affair, but that's Vanguard taken down for absolutely no reason. In terms of souls, it was definitely not worth the effort, but in terms of revenge, it was always worth it. With Latria and Stonefang Tunnel opened up, I may as well try and get as much Sharpstone as possible for weapon upgrades. There's the Crystal Lizard in 1-2 right before Tower Knight. I'll just bash the blue eye, then head upstairs for the lizard. Wash, rinse, repeat until it stops spawning. Definitely got some large Sharpstone shards. Now it's back to Stonefang Tunnel. There's a crystal right here at the Archstone. I'll quickly chase it down and never be able to hit it ever. Thankfully, it doesn't throw itself off the edge, but no Sharpstone for old Wesley. And now the miners are all angry. You'll never take me alive. Oh, a bag. Brutally burglarized, and I get myself a chunk and some shards. Off to a good start. I'll head down to the Crystal Lizard's nest now, after crushing the crotch of this fat official. There's a ton of lizards in this nest, but I doubt I can kill that many of them with only a shield. Except this one. I managed to cut it off and crush its skull. Oh god, Black Phantom Barbarians. Invincible charge, I choose you. Oh, and I'm taking a cross-country trip all the way to Pancake Town. It was just a prank, I'm sorry. Fully recovered. I will simply continue pressing R2. All barbarians destroyed. Let's go ahead and head to that nest now. This is always a gong show, but I actually managed to kill one for some large Sharpstone shards. But there is some guaranteed pures. Just heading over this railing and I'm overweight. I really need that pure Sharpstone. Ring of Herculean Strength, lend me your power. That's all done. Let's go ahead and head back. Dump the goods and return for round 2. Oh right, I almost forgot about this lizard in 2-1. And he's gone. Very cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy some Sharpstone shards from this filthy merchant. It also occurs to me that I could use some more souls and I need to get some crow trades. I'll head through Shrine of Storms once again. Skeleton slammed and I'll trade the Talisman of God to the crow for a colorless demon soul. While I'm here, I'll also rescue Grave Robber Blige for no reason. I'll do another quick round on Stonefang lizards and it's gone. Oh well. Edward, please upgrade my spiked shield to +5 and then +6. I could branch it down the sharp path, but that would make me a filthy dex user, and to be honest, I just don't hate myself that much. No thank you, not in this lifetime. +6 is probably enough for now, and farming's boring anyways. I've got a date with the Flame Lurker. Well, just kidding about farming being boring. Another Crystal Lizard killed for some Sharpstone and then massacring more miners, just hoping for that rare drop. Time to do the mineshaft shuffle all the way to the bottom. At least it would have been if I went the right way. Whoop. The miner mob murdered me. Oof. Eye on the prize there, Wesley. Mineshaft drop, and let's grab some of those lizards. And yeah, I killed it, but it just phased through the floor. What is going on? Did I misplace that 4-leaf clover? I went down the correct path this time, and I'm finally at Flame Lurker. My damage status kinda sucks. This is going to be a long fight. At least I can block basically all of his attacks. The HP regeneration from my shield and ring should take care of the flaming chip damage. Barricade loved shields. He loved them a lot. But the Flame Lurker from Stonefang Tunnel did not. Flame Lurker cleaned out Barry's health bar quick as a flash. But that's when Barricade opened up his own can of whoop ass. Flame Lurker with his burning rage stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? Flame Lurker's beating came with bashes. It came with mashes. It came with dashes, clashes, and smashes. The Flame Lurker's seething, impotent rage grew 3 sizes that day, and his innate gamer rage found the strength of 10 gamers, plus 2. But that's when Barry whispered, "Flame Lurker? More like Flame Loser." Flame Lurker's booty was blasted so hard that he screamed, but this sound wasn't sad, it sounded glad. Victory is beautiful, Barry thought, but maybe a challenge run victory means just a little bit more. That was a fight alright. One more demon down means more level ups for me, and more crystal lizards spawning in Stonefang. I'll just make the rounds. Edward, I'm forcing you to take this red-hot demon's soul. Finally, I can get +1 on my adjudicator shield for even more health regeneration. And I'm able to upgrade my spike shield to +7 now. Metal Gear Dragon God is up next, but first I'm gonna go ahead and snatch up the thief ring since I passed over it earlier. Just a jolly little lark through Latria Palace again. All enemies cleared out, and oh, look at that, some minor upgrade materials. Don't mind if I do. Ostrava, you're trapped. I will help rescue you by killing these dredgelings. And now it's back up to the top, and thief ring obtained. That's all I needed here. With my new rings equipped, let's do this. I'm laser focusing on Dragon God. Oh, what's that, a crystal lizard? Well, I could be enticed to kill it. Worth it. Crystal lizard crushing for some sharpstone chunkin'. I may as well grab the Dragon Bone Smasher while I'm here, why not? Pillar pummeling, but oh man, that fist definitely nearly clipped my butthole. Ballista 1 used. This is going very well. Oh, whew, but I managed to survive, which means I can take all the time I need chugging basic grass. Ha 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 ha. Hello, my crystal lizard friend. More sharpstone chunks for me? Very fortuitous. My luck's coming back. But now I guess I'll have to actually use stealth. Imagine actively engaging with a boss's primary mechanic. Ballista 2 used, and it's time for the chin crusher. Oh god, it hurts. Hammer in that little chin horn, and I'm taking my souls, and I'm going home. That's Stonefang Tunnel status completed. Now is a good chance to push it down to pure black world tendency for improved drop rates and to get myself another colorless demon soul. I'm slamming all the stone of ephemeral eyes that I got and throwing myself off the cliff. Alright, I can see that disgusting primeval demon down there. It's time to go. Colorless demon soul drops aren't actually guaranteed, but I'm truly forever lucky. That's an easy +1 to my adjudicator shield at Ed right away. My passive health regeneration grows stronger. Let's go for a Crystal Lizard cleanup compilation. Starting with the right side of 2-2 on the way down to Flame Lurker first. The Thief Ring actually helped out here, but I didn't get any Sharpstone. Rats. Now for the Crystal Lizard's nest on the left side. I managed to actually snag 4 lizards with only a shield. That's hard to do even if you got Firestorm or Wrath of God. Now I'm all tapped out of Stonefang's Sharpstone reserves, but that did push me to +8 on my Spike Shield. The Adjudicator Archstone is long overdue. My shield can clear out these Reapers pretty fast, so this should go fine. Or will it, haha. A blunt damage weapon would have been nice, but my Spiked Shield's a real trooper, it's soldiering on. But these gold guys got it out for me, I'm ghosting them. Laser Ghosts get the Crotch Crusher. Even Ghosts can't handle testicle-based attacks, the most powerful attack of them all. I could kill this final Reaper, but I will instead choose Pacifism. Bye-bye! Old Hero is a low-pressure fight, but damn, I just can't reach his booty to bash it. Alright, there we go. Oh, that sword hurts, but poor guy, he's always looking the wrong way. I will use Guerrilla Tactics. I'll just wait for Old Hero to get confused and wander off. Then I'll simply run in, bash him a couple of times, and get out.
How can he see me?
If I do take any damage, well that's what the grass is for. A low intensity fight with a Thief Ring and in soul form, but I'm not complaining. One more demon down. And you know what, we may as well finish out Shrine of Storm since we're here. Uh-oh, Storm King? A permanently flying enemy? This presents a serious problem. Who knows, maybe there's a fun solution inside the boss arena. What's this? Withdraw shield? What's the lore of this thing? A legendary large shield with a thorny blade? Those Shadowmen really doing their own shield challenge runs too, huh? I won't complain about that one bit. Definitely a pretty weird shape for a shield, but alright guys. Storm King defeated with the power to rend the skies. Absolutely not breaking the challenge criteria at all for any reason.
You got me.
Pure White and Shrine of Storms now, so I may as well get kicked by Patches to grab the Makoto. Not that I'm ever going to use it. Now I'm going to free Saint Urbane, but mostly it's for that Stone of Ephemeral Eyes down here. I also want to push Shrine of Storms down to Pure Black for the Primeval Demon. I'm a little short on Stone of Ephemeral Eyes though. Gotta find another way to lower my world tendies. Oh right, murdering Satsuki lowers world tendency. Get bonked to death. Now I should have just enough stones to push close enough to Pure Black for that Primeval Demon. Oh yeah, there he is. I can see it. Swooshing past that black skeleton and booyah! Always lucky, baby. One more colorless demon soul. I'm gonna carefully carry that over to Ed for another +1 on my Adjudicator shield. Since that colorless fog will bother us no longer, let's head back to Latria Palace. What's this, a trick? I'm not falling for that. Oh man, lock the gate. I guess it's the long way around. The story of my life. There's a cheeky crystal lizard here, and I managed to collect myself a couple of chunks. Forever lucky. I am two-shotting enemies despite having virtually zero investment into scaling stats. Weapon upgrades absolutely paying dividends now. My defenses are impregnable. My style is impetuous. And I'm gonna hop this wall as usual. My favorite secret little shortcut. Pardon me, fellow gentlemen, I really need to pull this lever. Alright, now taste the belly basher, the groin grinder, the wang walloper. Cool hat acquired. My lady? I never fight Penetrator without Bjor, but solo shield slamming seems fitting for a challenge run. Oh man, that's a lot of guys. I sure hope they're not after me. Oh god, they're all coming. I will simply deke you out by starting to the right and then going left. It's time for the epic battle of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. And the unstoppable force wins! Who could have predicted the Penetrator could do damage through my shield? I guess it's the unstoppable force versus the movable object after all. It's really great my HP regeneration is so high because it really does shrug off a lot of the chip damage from blocking the Penetrator's huge, girthy, lengthy, beefy, meaty sword. I think it's time to resort to the Flame Lurker strategy. I'm just gonna keep my distance and then sprint in and give him the old dash and bash. A classic shield-only maneuver. Ha! You missed me. Rump status reamed. I got no need for no silver demon souls, so I'm slurping it down for stats. I will logically choose more vitality and endurance. That was the final push Latria Palace needed for Pure White world tendency, so there's some events to do. Back to the very start, and I'm heading through that now open gate. And Executioner Meralda is getting the business. That's another classic shield-only maneuver. But I'm gonna very carefully drop down. This is all for a very valuable colorless demon soul. Oh wow, I actually managed to get it first try. Now let's just carefully drop down to safety. Haha, just kidding, I meant fall to your death! That's all I really cared about down here. It's off to the Dragon's Nest now. Loads of goodies to pick up now. The Ring of Great Strength is a pretty solid pickup. I'm sure I'll use it if I start using body form. The Purple Flame Shield might have been a usable contender for my weapon of choice, but I'm thinking it's a little too late. I'm gonna head back to Meralda Town once again for the Brushwood set, including the shield. Once again, this one's a little too late. Now I'm giving Blacksmith Ed that 4th colorless demon soul to get my Adjudicator shield upgraded. I have faith that I can get the last upgrade stones I need from that crystal lizard near the Tower Knight Archstone. Sharpstone chunks. Very good. Since I'm here, I have to save Bjor and Yuria. I just can't help myself. Fat Official officially dead? Oh, I forgot. There's another crystal lizard down here. More Sharpstone. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And the Tower Shield. That's definitely not happening this playthrough. I need like 30 strength. Bjor's busted out though, and he's going back to snoozing. Back in the Nexus, I've got just enough for a +9 spiked shield at Blacksmith Baldwin. But there are still more crystal lizards to get. The same lap is happening until those lizards stop spawning. Down to the dungeons, taking out the lizard, then back up towards Penetrator for the next one. I got just enough chunks. Perfect, but I am short some large shards. Before I leave Latria Palace, dastardly disguise donned. Skullduggery successful. I'm killing her captor, and my second Demon Soul's wife, Yuria the Witch, is rescued. I'm taking a quick detour to Stonefang for the last weapon upgrade materials I need. Apparently I missed a set of lizards. Whoops. Gotta find a lizard in the tunnel and some in the nest. Now it's down through the intended path through the level. Those rockworms really given me the Night at the Roxbury treatment, but they eventually showed mercy and let me go. Oh, there's another lizard down here. Very cool. Ooh, nice drops too. Filthy merchant's moved down here and he's got the large shards that I'm after. I'll consume some souls and pick up the last of the lesser upgrade materials I needed. Now, Baldwin, would you please max out my spiked shield? Oh, beautiful. A perfectly pristine +10 pelvis pummeler achieved. With that completed, it's time for the terrifying tower tour of Latria. Starting off with a bit of a key kerfuffle in Prison of Hope, all the way down to the ballista. I take great pleasure caving in this guy's cranium every single time. Black Phantom defeated using my invincible charge. Oh wait, hang on, caught the plague? Seriously? I ain't going back, Chief. I'm going in. Oh well, look who decided to show up. It's Fool's Idol. Begin by barricade bashing Barrage and she's already at 50% health. But now I have to actually figure out which one's real. Oh yeah, it's definitely not her. Oh, it's this one. But I got ahead of myself and had no stamina. Whoops. Should have been a little bit more patient there, Wesley. Real one spotted. I'm looping around. In between the pews and I'm giving her the business. Wizards get out. Speaking of wizards getting out, I shan't be rescuing Sage Freak this time. He could rot in his cell for all I care. Speedrun mode engaged. I'm swooshing through this level and bashing the brains in of all these boys. Chain 1 dropped and it's down to the swamp. I shan't be rescuing Yurt the Silent Chief this time. He could rot in his cell for all I care. Swift swamp shanty shenanigans and I'm skedaddling all the way to the top of the second tower. Brain bursting bonanza number 2 and that's the heart dropped. I'm hungry for man-eaters, but first things first. I'm going to the bottom of the titular Tower of Latria, killing absolutely everything in my way and looping around to find the EP Rapier and Gold Mask. Mission accomplished. Just to be as disrespectful as possible, I'm heading back to Shrine of Storms again. The Gold Mask can be traded to the Crow for this playthrough's 5th and final colorless Demon Soul. Now I can head back to Blacksmith Ed and get the last upgrade to my Adjudicator's Shield. Maximum HP regeneration achieved. Now it's finally time for the Night at the Roxbury. Never gets old. Yeah, I'm thinking the old dash and bash is the right call here. I'll get pummeled and pancaked, and it won't even matter because my HP just keeps on trucking. I managed to catch the first man-eater with a massive booty-blasting barrage. Oh, come on, would you just get back down here so I can finish you off? No, not like that. The other way. Trading blows? Ha, I always win the trade, baby. The only threat a single man-eater poses is getting hurled off the edge.
No one cares about your sister right now. We almost just died ourselves.
I guess man-eaters are canonically female now. But number 2 dies just the same as the first one. Mixed Demon Soul collected, but I'm headed straight to the top. Enemies eliminated. Show me what you got, yellow demon. Oh, how embarrassing. Well, I guess it's pressing R2 over and over again. Oh, he's casting magic now. That's a little less embarrassing. I will simply move to the left. Wizards get out. Demons get out. Wannabe wizard demons get out. Latria status finished. It's always traditional to do Valley of Defilement last, and I guess we're here now. I'm still in speedrun mode, so I'm rip-roaring through these losers. I'm racing to the bottom of this glorified sewer you disgusting gremlins call a home. Plagued by rats? What, me worry? A giant deprived one? I'll see you later, nerd. I'll just clear out these bugs and cross this rickety bridge.
Wait! One more thing. Whatever you do, don't go beyond the rickety bridge.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. But I'll never give up. I'll never surrender. I'll never take it lying down. Except when I take it lying down. But all I need is one massive munch. You can take me to Pancake Town all you like. My HP regeneration and occasional grass munching will get me through. I'm confident. The Crotch Crusher. Lend me your power. The Pelvis Pummeler. The Booty Basher. That's 1 down. And 2 down. What, me worry? Easy game, easy life. Leechmonger, I'm falling down to you. And that was a fight, alright. Not super surprising this late in the game, but there it is. Victory achieved for old Wesley. Poison Swamp Shuffle Kerfuffle? I'm thinking this ain't gonna be a problem for my regenerator-based build. When you're cruising through the swamp, getting poisoned is inevitable. But look at that, my HP is actually refilling. I am gaining health. Big Island here with a big boy. Well, I'm beefy as heck, so I can just give him the pelvic pummeler and then move on with my life. I don't actually care about anything in here. I've already geomaxed in all the other levels, so let's just keep it moving. Geomaxing, oh god. Good script writing there, past Wesley. This is the only place of concern. 2 giant depraved ones and a shaman. I'll simply take baby steps forward so I can Red Rover, I call that big one over. Then I'll use my patented strategy of spamming R1 and getting pancaked, but surviving because of my grass spam and passive HP regeneration. Guys, I'm failing upwards, it's happening. Oh, the little guy showed up too. He can die just the same. That single giant depraved one is no match for me. I'm on the cusp of victory. Oh, you swine have no idea what you're up against. Have at you. I could get the shortcut, but really, how hard could Dirty Colossus actually be? Oh! Time for the Booty Basher, the Rump Reamer, the Crotch Crusher. I'm content to trade blows with Dirty Colossus, honestly. Pelvis status, pummeled to death. It's hot, it hurts. Why does it keep happening? 2 bosses left, and I actually don't know why I went into soul form, but that's fine. Past West had a plan, I'm sure. Gal Vinland should have stayed up top and had a smorgasbord. Let's try that again. This time we'll just avoid that single Wesley-sized hole and oh, come on, seriously? 3rd time's the charm, let's do this. Alright, Garl Vinland, do you have a counter to my R2? Okay, he's actually good at countering it. Have I actually met my match? I don't think so. I'll just resort to R1 spam. It's carried me so far already. Hold on, what? You can parry a shield bash? That doesn't make any sense. Well, you learn something new every day, don't ya? Even after 10 years of playing Demon Souls. But Gal Vinland gets crotch crushed just like the rest of them. Then I will walk slowly towards Maiden Estrella and she'll simply choose to die from cringe. The final level. Oh boy, that's a lot of guys. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking it's time to cheese it. Cheesing it right to this crystal lizard that I don't actually need to kill, and then I'll get stuck in the doorway by this Red-Eye Knight. Haha, just kidding, never punished. Next Red-Eye, and oh look, consequences for my actions again. Just kidding, I'll bamboozle him and get up to the top. Blue Dragon, blue burns my buns on the bridge, but you know what? I'm just gonna keep it going. See ya, Bjor, wouldn't wanna be ya. Black Phantom Ostrava. He drops the rune shield, might be worth taking a look at. Shield bash barrage go. Alright, let's check out the stats even if it's a little too late. What? It doesn't even have magic damage? Get out of here, absolute trash. Should have shoved him off the edge so I could put in another goofy scream. I have a bone to pick with King Allant. If he hadn't been seduced by the power of the old one, none of this would have happened. Which means I never would have crossed the fissure to Boletaria and met my beautiful and perfect wife. Maybe we should actually be like best buds, dude. His Chad walking has insulted me though. Good thing he's just tall enough for maximum crotch-crushing height. Perfect. The Pelvic Pummeler. But I'm thinking the old dash and bash is actually going to be the way to go. Whew, that combo attack actually hurts for once. But my HP regeneration is really paying dividends here. False King is actually pretty slow and he doesn't attack that frequently, so the passive HP regeneration is actually helping out a lot. Worth every second it took getting these upgrades. Soul Suck, this never hits me. Oh god, not like this, not like this. Big explosion move, huh? Sounds like a job for the dash and bash. Listen, if you're just gonna spam it, I'm gonna take the free damage with my dash and bash. Okay, now this is actually cuckoo bananas. This is the 3rd time he's done this in a row. My god, that was 5 of these explosions back to back. He really likes to spam this move. Maybe he just wants to hand me the victory though. I can't blame him. I'm pretty good at video games, I'm kind of funny sometimes, handsome, and humble too. But this is it, my big Chansu. Oh, ate a whole combo? And a second full combo? Ha, you fell right into my trap. Covert counter crotch crusher. I didn't almost die, it was all according to Keikaku. Shield only's been fun, but it's time to go, my wife needs me. Imagine being true King Allant. All your power and ambitions and you just end up a disgusting little goo blob. True King Allant gets the consecutive normal bashes. It's finally over. I've won. But I have to leave my wife behind. We could have had something great together. That's Demon Souls completed using exclusively shields. Demon Souls with only a shield was completed in 7 hours, 12 minutes, and 28 seconds at a pretty reasonable soul level 72. This shield only run very quickly turned into, can you beat Demon Souls with a pretty decent weapon? Which is like, yeah, obviously. Unfortunately, Storm King is just a no-go no matter how you slice it. There's no melee weapon that can hit him besides the Storm Ruler. That red loser stamp is just a classic backlog buster maneuver at this point. At least I can make a funny meme out of it. Phalanx was a bit of a wall. But that's only because early on your damage with the shield is absolutely terrible. As soon as you beat Phalanx, you get access to all of the levels. You can immediately pick up the Spiked Shield in 1-2, then you can grab the Adjudicator Shield in 4-1. That gives you the best damaging shield and the best support shield right off the bat. Then the game basically just turns into, how can I get 5 colorless demon souls as fast as possible to upgrade the Adjudicator shield? And then, how can I get a metric buttload of Sharpstone to plus 10 the spike shield? Farming that Sharpstone is pretty annoying, honestly. It's not surprising that hunting down crystal lizards is a significant chunk of the video. It's really the only way to reasonably upgrade your damage. If I could buff my shields with black turpentine or sticky white stuff, it would have been a lot less important. But you can't buff your shields, so standard upgrading it is. Crystal lizards are actually pretty tough to kill with a shield, and the drops are semi-random. You could very well end up in a situation unable to fully upgrade your weapon. That would suck, but even at like +7 or +8, this run is still pretty easy. The MVP really was the Adjudicator shield here. Regenerator builds are always fun and actually insanely strong in Demon Souls. A +5 Adjudicator shield with a Regenerator's Ring gives you pretty nutty HP regeneration. But what's crazier is that you can stack it even higher with a +5 Blessed weapon. If I could have got a Blessed Spike shield, I probably would have gone out of my way for it. The more of these challenge runs I do, the more I feel the damage scaling stats are just a massive trap in these games. It's always kind of been in the back of my mind, but I think more and more just going Vitality and Endurance is actually just the right call. You get a lot more survivability and a lot more stamina to play around with. I think I needed 3 to 4 points in Dex to use the Spike Shield, which is incredibly embarrassing to admit, but after that, I never touched a scaling stat. And you know what? Outside of Dragon God's memery, I don't think I actually died to a boss this playthrough. I went into Flame Lurker at a relatively low level, and I just crushed him. Granted, the fight took a literal eternity, but it was very safe. I did have another desire to test out other shields like I did in Dark Souls shield only, but really there isn't that much else to try. I think great shields only using the PS5 version could happen at some point. Don't go holding your breath for that one though. It would be a pretty similar playthrough overall. Get the Adjudicator shield and stack health regeneration, and then probably use the purple flame shield. You can grab it right at the start of the game if you're an artful dodger from the dragon nest before fighting Phalanx. With Demon Souls shield only completed, that's the final challenge run of 2023. I only did a single challenge run without a red loser stamp this year. Let's make it 0 without that red stamp next year. I hope you all have yourselves a merry little Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching Backlog Buster. My Patreon supporters get a super exclusive double thank you. Thank you to all of the Patreon supporters of Backlog Buster. You're greatly helping me continue to make videos and not get made destitute by Adobe. Somebody has to pay the multi-million-dollar corporation. If you enjoyed the video, you can subscribe to the channel so you never miss another one. If you want to continue to support the channel, you can check out the Patreon. You can also check out the various playlists for more content. There's one for Classic Backlog Buster, one for Backlog Buster Challenger for gaming challenge videos, and Backlog Buster Platinum Hits for going for 100% completion and Platinum Trophies. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.